Good morning, guys. How many people here would like to be millionaires when they become adults?
Me.
That's what I figured. Now, many of you probably believe that you have to work hard and have to have a high-paying job in order to become a millionaire. Well, if that statement were true, why do we have so many professional athletes filing bankruptcy? The answer is simple. They don't save money. They spend more than they make, and then all of a sudden they are in debt and have dug themselves down in a hole. This doesn't in a few instances either. As a society, this has become the norm of the world. We've allowed ourselves to become so naive that we have forgotten the means of saving. We have forgotten what it truly means to save up to buy something. Nowadays, we can just drive down to the bank and get the money we need. We get so brainwashed into believing we need the newest edition of the Chevy truck or the best phone that's out on the market that we make the dumb decision of borrowing money instead of saving. There are so many pros to saving money that after you hear what I have to say, I think you'll agree with me. According to usnews.com, the average debt of a college graduate is $30,000. 70% of college graduates will end up being in debt when they graduate college. These students obviously wanted to be normal, just like the rest of society, and live paycheck to paycheck. These students took out student loans, which is one of the main causes of debt in America. I asked myself why. Why put yourself in that position and make life even harder than it already is? There are thousands of ways to prevent taking out student loans. One way you can prevent taking out a student loan is applying for as many scholarships as you can. There are contests, businesses, and websites that you can look into to find a scholarship for literally anything. You can get a scholarship for being left-handed or for making your entire prom attire out of duct tape. Another way you can avoid taking out a loan is finding a work-to-study program. These programs allow you to work for a business while getting paid and having your school paid for. This option can sound difficult, however, you have to keep in mind the main goal of graduating college, getting a degree, and being debt-free. Joining the military is another great way to pay for college. Some people may say, joining the military scares me, or I don't want to be stuck in the military my whole life. When you join the military, you do everything a normal soldier does. You go to boot camp, you go to basic training, etc., except you're only there for a certain amount of time. However, they will pay for you to go to school, and they pay for everything else. Just like a work-to-study program, you also get a paycheck. No matter if you choose one of these three ways or your own, you have to find a way to come out of college and be debt-free so you don't set yourself up to fail. By not having to worry about debt, your life is going to get a lot better. Now out of college with no debt and a degree, you can start to save for more important things, such as retirement. You actually want to start doing this before you entered college. I know it sounds crazy to be saving that early for retirement, but trust me, your 65-year-old self will be thanking you because you'll be setting yourself up to be a millionaire. You also need to save for an emergency fund because no matter what you do, life is going to slap you in the face and you'll need a couple $1,000s at one point. It's better to be prepared than not at all. By saving for these two things, you will be very appreciative you listen to me. Now, I know it sounds difficult, like how am I going to save as well as pay for all the stuff I need? Well, you have to pay for the necessities such as bills, food, housing, transportation. But you have to live within your means, so you can't go out and buy the brand new trucks or the top of the line houses or appliances. So you can't go out to eat every night, you can't go hang out with your pals every night. You have to be smart and set yourself up a budget so that you can see what you can afford. Train yourself to stick to this budget and you will learn how to control your money. By doing these things, you're helping set yourself up for financial success. There is no excuse for 90% of Americans to be in debt. Save your money. People need to realize that by spending more than you make, you're not only hurting yourself, but the generations to come. We have to get out of the idea that being in debt is okay. That is not okay. In fact, according to HuffingtonPost.com, financial struggle is the #1 cause of male suicide. Think about that for a second. Men are killing themselves because they don't know how to save money. That's absolutely ridiculous. My last and final thing I have to say is say no. Say no to your wife or husband. Say no to your kids. Say no to yourself. If you can't afford something or don't have the cash to pay for it, do not buy it. Once you have gotten this implanted into your way of life, that I will not spend more than I make, you can live life a little more stress-free. Save now so you can spend later. Does anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
How much money have you saved yourself?
I have saved about $150. Hopefully I'll save more. Any more questions? Yeah.
How do I start saving money?
Well, it's pretty simple actually. You can look up online like a savings challenge like the one that our very own Charger Bank has open during lunch every day. You follow these things and they'll set you up for success. And it's just that simple. You just got to be disciplined and stick to it. And on the screen, just to help out a little bit more, in purple you have what are your home equity loans, your mortgages, and this is in America. It's $8.7 trillion. And then your red is your student loans, which is up to about $914 billion. And then you have your yellow, green, and blue is your auto loans, credit card, and other loans, it's all over billions. So this is a big problem, and we need to fix it. Thank you.